that would be because I had my stream not muted, and there was an echo because of that. So my apologies. Welcome
Uh,
everybody to Hit Scan, joined by the always wonderful Winters and DGen Winters with a 1. What is going on, my friends?
I was just glad to be here, man. It's another episode. Is this episode 7? Did we ever figure out
We were
what
saying that when
episode?
you stepped away. We're like, what episode is this?
Oh, okay. Well, we'll say it's 7. And what a 7th episode it is. So much has happened in Shootmania, and so much is happening. We are at release week, guys. The game is actually coming out this Wednesday, so there's a lot to discuss on the show today.
I'll believe it when I see it.
What?
They've
Right?
pulled this
Yeah,
release week thing on me before.
They have. They absolutely have.
it's true.
I'm really sorry. I'm being a pig. I'm eating some strawberries and blackberries. Well,
I'm being a pig. I don't.
here,
What?
hold
Give me
on.
one pig that eats strawberries and blackberries on a regular basis.
That was full-ish. You see that? It's still kind of being piggish. They're delicious, though. All right. So,
Well, if he were in San Francisco this weekend, they had free food and drink
right?
at the Cobb Comedy Club, where they had the artist formerly known as IPL Shootmania Finals. So that was a big thing that happened over the weekend, and we just found out that a lot of those guys from IGN Pro League have gone on to work for Blizzard. So congratulations to all of our Shootmania friends who will be going on to work for Blizzard. Yay, the dream job for many of them, I know. So big shout outs to them. But in the meantime, there was a Shootmania tournament. 100 grand was on the line, and a few surprises, guys, in this. But in the end, Fnatic ended up winning it, I believe.
Yep. I actually
Thanks
still
for
have
the
the bracket
spoiler.
open.
Yeah, if you haven't
Spoiler
seen or
alert.
heard about, a
Spoiler
full
alert.
day after the event, yes.
Little late for that,
Oops.
though.
The boat sinks at the end of Titanic, and yes, Fnatic won the competition with Curse Gaming. Tailspin and Buds, they brought it back up and came to second place. So a good showing for North America there.
Does somebody have the brackets? I would love to take a look at the brackets again. Oh, you know, it's at Shoot Maniac. I think had a quick link to it.
I have it right here if you want it.
Oh, please, yeah, post it. Post it in chat.
And I'll just drop it right in chat.
Yeah, because I know we talked.
I hate you so much, Winners.
We talked
hate you so
about somebody. There's 2 questions in chat. What game is this? I think it currently says Tribes on there, but this is
Yes,
going to
it
be
does.
Shoot Mania.
What? No, it says Shootmania Storm.
Does it?
It says playing Shootmania Storm on competitive
We
Tribes
are
and
playing
streams.
Oh, yeah.
Competitive Tribes Ascend streams, and that's not going away because I'm doing my Dancing with the Stars stream sometime this week, and I want it to say Dancing with the Stars on Competitive Tribes Ascend stream.
Oh, completely
So-
understand that. Absolutely.
Yes, but that's news for another time. Let's get back to this.
Here, I'm gonna pull up the. I'm gonna pull up the brackets on screen. Oh, I just covered DGen's. Here, let me do this. That way I don't cover
Why did
DGen's
you cover
picture.
me? I'm
I know.
pretty-
I'm sorry. Oh, actually,
I
though, I'm
bring
gonna.
sexy to this show. What do you?
Boom! Look at that. I even had it set up. Didn't even realize that. All right, cool. Boom. Okay, so I think one of the most interesting things that happened, right, is SK got knocked out pretty quick, actually.
Yeah. Was it 3 games?
I think so. They won one and then lost to Colwyn. Looks like they
Mhm.
dropped down to face Imaginary, who, I mean, is a very strong team, and unfortunately we're taken out there. I'd say that would be one of the of note things. TCM getting knocked down, but actually made it pretty far after that. Did pretty well in the losers bracket. And TCM, that's Dalla Dave and oh man, I can't remember any of their names. I feel so bad right now. All I can remember is Dalla Dave.
How you gonna call yourself?
Can't
Dollar
forget
Dave?
Dollar Dave. Yes.
Oh, man, sorry. But I guess for me, like you guys said earlier, the big story is Curse for us, being North America, just because We got so much crap, like in every tournament where there's ever both North American. Like there was that cup that SK played in, SK won in Europe, but it was like, oh, none of the European good teams were playing. And then, it's like if there's no European teams playing, well, they're only doing well because there's no Europeans. So I'm very happy to see Curse make it to the final.
Well, and even with this, I'm sure you'll see people in the European scene, like Colwyn, for example. They were the IPL 5 champions, very solid team, but haven't been doing as well lately in competitions. So, there were people that will say, well, they weren't, 100%. But still, the fact that Curse is able to overcome them and advance past them in a tournament is a big thing, because they are capable of focusing and winning on any given day on one of these land things.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, let's not discount Colwyn completely. They did get third.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, absolutely.
I mean, winners made it sound like they'd completely fallen off. Like they showed up at the land, all of them were drunk and yelling about things. No, they still got third, dude.
Yeah. Oh, the measly third. Right. How much did third take home?
More than I've made in the last couple of years.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. But something though that I found kind of interesting too, and again, it's not that I think this is a bad team at all, but is Fnatic going undefeated? Like,
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of surprised by that. I thought for sure it was going to come down to like the final match, right? Like both end up going down to losers, coming back up to winners. Not winters, winners, right?
Uh-huh. No relation, yes. Well, Fnatic is a very solid team, and they have just continued. And they've, even with lineup changes, even with changes in the structure of their team, they have gone on to do very, very well. And so, very impressive performance, you have to say.
And could somebody? I mean, who? I'm trying to think of everybody. Okay, so it's Yeepy, right?
Yeah.
They picked somebody up. Who was it? Was it Frantic? Is
Lux
Yeepy Frantic
is on
in?
that team.
Oh no, Frantic's on Dignitas. Man, who is on that team? Somebody help me out in chat.
Dude, I can barely keep the American teams.
Yeah, I know, right?
Straight
There's like a
from
million
what
European
team,
teams.
yes.
I unfortunately, I literally watched one match of the whole thing because of work, so I missed all of it. Oh, that's right, Strengths. Yeah, Strengths, Yeepy, and who is the third? Micro, help us out here. You got two of the three.
Luxus.
Is it Luxus for sure?
Yeah, it says it right there, Luxus.
Where does it
I
say
trust
that?
him, dude.
Oh, I didn't see him put Luxus.
Our good
I'm
friend
sorry,
Luxus,
Micro.
yes.
Much love. Yeah, and so Lux is actually the former TCM player, right? And so
That's right.
he's doing very well.
Doing all right for himself, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, big win over the weekend in San Francisco.
Bring home a
But
few
yes,
million.
that's the kickoff for this all-week event, I suppose. But Wednesday is the big day when the Shootmania release worldwide live tour is happening, or whatever they're calling it, extravaganza.
I actually have it right here. I'm going to post a link.
Oh,
Oh god, big money.
Boom. Shoot Mania for all. Launch.
Shootmania for all,
Yeah.
and to all a good night.
I actually haven't looked at this link yet.
It's weird.
Oh, you
So-
should. We're going to be coming to you live out of Omaha, USA, the
Out
hotbed
of Omaha?
all
What?
Shootmania North
Hotbed of
America
esports in general.
But
No,
yes, so Indra and I will be casting Curse and SK and a bunch of your favorite teams.
Yeah, DGen would
Apparently
know that
in
better. Do you
showman.
know DGen?
About what?
What teams are we going to have for the launch cup for us?
Right now, headlining is SK and Curse, and they've both been confirmed since you confirmed them quite some time ago. VVV says that they can do it.
Awesome.
Arrow said that they would be in. I need to touch base with a couple of the other teams and make sure they're still in for it.
Okay.
So I don't want to drop names right away, but those are the teams that said that they were in. And I'm
Okay.
going to
So a
touch base
couple
with them
other
again.
undisclosed that we're just doing final confirmation
It's a
on.
surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to want to tune in and find out. That's Wednesday night, and that will be on IGL1, if I'm not mistaken. But it will also be part of this big
Launch
event
party.
that's going on in places like Oslo, Norway, and Madrid, Spain, and Omaha.
Yeah. There is a list here. I don't know if you guys scrolled all the way down for this,
No, I
but
just looked at the map.
they have a list of all the streams that are going to be there, and you can go down. You can click watch, and yeah, they have one in Australia, two in France, Germany, Netherlands, Norway, Portugal, Spain, USA with Crit Gaming. Which one's that?
Crit,
Uh,
Crit is Rogo is on. He's actually on the stream sometimes or in chat sometimes, but Rogo, Vorgirl, Viperbird.
oh yeah, I've heard
It's
those
another one
names.
of those big like clan groups, kind of like CPR. They have a couple servers floating around.
Yeah,
Really good
no,
group of
the
guys,
name for
actually.
sure I know.
But I mean,
Um,
what do you mean? Which one is that?
no, I had never, like I didn't know them as Crit. Those individual names, I knew those individual names.
Yeah, yeah. There's a critical gaming. Yeah,
Yeah, I'd never heard that. And so then yeah, we got Mountain View USA. Where the heck is Mountain View?
California. I want to
It's
say.
in California,
Is it
where they
man?
can view mountains, yes.
So yeah, and then we got Omaha, and then San Fran. The Frag Dolls are going to be doing something. That makes sense, obviously.
Yes, as I understand it, the Frag Dolls will be hosting, and they'll be sending it out to people doing streams all over, and we will be one of those.
Yeah. So one thing with IGL that I've really been I impressed with is I don't know if you guys have got to see any. I know TJ and Winters, you guys have, but any of the viewers is IGL really pushing the envelope on production value with like the minimalistic idea. I mean, the productions have looked really, really nice, and it's really just the two people on stream doing it all.
Yeah, yeah.
And
The art department there, the media department, is definitely doing some nice work and putting some good things together. And the graphics look really nice, and the music isn't. I want to tear my eyes out. Dubstep like on some of the other streams who will remain unnamed.
the one thing, have you ever seen that video where it's like that guy's like my impression of dubstep, and he's like do 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 do, get out of the refrigerator right now. Wah, 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 wah. Have you seen? It's hilarious, and it like
No,
is exactly what I imagined when you said that.
no, that's I haven't seen that at all.
I'm
But you
gonna
know
try
what
and
I'm
find it
saying.
for you.
There's definitely been some streams that when you're watching them, between games, you're just like, I want to break my headset.
I
This is
completely
borderline
understand that.
offensive.
Yeah, and so that is, I agree, that has been nice. The commentary has been good. Like, I feel like all the people that we have are very good on the mic and have done a very good job of portraying things. Now, obviously, with this being in closed beta, with it being, it's the first time I've ever done anything of this magnitude as far as, like, usually when I cast, okay, I'll have like two scenes, maybe three scenes I use in XSplit. I think XSplit has 12. Let me look, see, like, so, yeah, it has 12
Yes,
scenes for you to
12
use,
scenes.
right? I'll maybe use three. That's to me that was like, oh my gosh, I'm doing so many cool things, right? I used 11, right? I have 11 scenes used. I'm like,
11.
what in the world? Yeah, it's crazy.
For Shoot Mania,
For Smite, I had 11. For Shoot Mania, I think I have 9.
wow.
Oh, I'm sure we can find you two more.
Right? Yeah, exactly. And we
You might as well
actually,
push the envelope.
if I had a better computer, we were going to do this. Like, we played with it and figured it out, but my computer wasn't powerful enough to do it. We had the ability to do live replay, where literally it was like, you could do it, it was like, boom, I could show a round that just happened. And it was awesome. But my computer just isn't powerful enough.
You obviously need more processors.
Well, it's actually exactly what it is, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately. So, if anybody wants to donate some processors out here so we can get some live replay for Shoot Mania events, you just let us know.
Yes, that esports sponsorship would be nice. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
But so I'm expecting that the launch event goes very well.
Oh yeah, it should. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't. I'm looking forward to it.
My one concern
we're good.
is this is my major concern. Winners, do you remember that Curse tournament we casted? And it was when Beta 2 came out. It was like the day Beta 2 came out.
Uh-huh.
And everybody just kept randomly dropping.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
I am like fingers crossed praying that if they do a huge update on release, it's stable.
Yeah, I don't. If they release an unstable update, it's going to be hell, and it's going to be a hole that's going to be really hard for them to dig themselves out of. I'm going to recommend to everybody who's playing in any of these, or who's planning on being around that day, or part of any of these, that they get on and update as early as humanly possible.
Yes.
I mean, I know
Everything
I am.
starts at 5 Pacific, so
Is that what it is? It's five Pacific. I wasn't sure if it was Pacific or Eastern.
it's 5 Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern.
Okay, so that's when they're going live with everything, or that's when all of the events are starting?
That's when we're going live with everything, man. The events will be going all day long.
Well, no, but I mean, like,
think what the
when are they
US
gonna-
based ones are?
Yeah, but when are they going to put out like their update and everything? That's what I'm wondering. When is the?
When are they
if
going to
anything?
push that to the servers?
Exactly.
I'm not sure, but yeah, I agree that the sooner you do that, the better. Because Shoot Mania is one of those games where sometimes it might take an hour or so to download a 20 meg file for some reason, and there's always issues such as that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
my major
absolutely.
concern. Is we're supposed to have an event. Like, for whatever reason, mid-event, all of a sudden it's like, oh, let's push all the new stuff to the servers. You're like, okay, everything just crashed.
I'm hoping they release the server update either late tonight or tomorrow. Like that'll make my life super, because I have many servers that I have to go in and manually update.
Are we using your servers for the IGL stuff?
We're using one of these CPLR servers.
Okay, yeah.
So, and those run really well and they're really stable. Slug's done actually a really nice job with them. Props to him.
Go Slug!
Go Slug. That sounds really funny actually. But we got to get the server cores all pushed out and everything like that. So I'm hoping that they haven't completely broken everything like they have been known to do on occasion.
Well, I mean, when you're coding that much information, you expect things to kind of go kaputs, but...
You also expect a QA team to go, hey, this doesn't work.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not mad at you for saying that.
There's certain measures in place to make sure that things don't go completely awry.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
it's-
I'm not even mad at you
This
for
isn't
that.
one guy in his basement coding it. This is like, it might be actually. I don't know. I've never. It's just Hylas in his basement. He's got
Yeah, right.
stacks of Red Bull cans.
Yeah.
Like the stack of Monster next to you.
Oh, you can see that on camera? Oh my god, dude. It's huge, isn't it? I was very busy, and very sick last week, and that was all I could do to keep lucid.
Oh, yeah. You might have just wanted to sleep then.
I did that too, but there were
Oh,
I
okay.
needed like 2 or 3 hours of lucidity.
Okay, all right. I can understand that.
I'm an addict. Shut up. But yeah, I mean, I forgot what we were talking about now.
I don't know.
We were
being
talking
a-
about Shoot Mania, the French game from France.
From France.
And
I
it's
knew you were
going to
gonna
be
say that.
coming out on Wednesday. So, yeah, big things to go on with that. And also have some news from the home front here.
Yes.
Oh.
The national ESL, the North American branch of ESL, has announced a Shootmania Cup. They're doing their Go for Shootmania, and $1,000 in prizes each month.
Yeah,
So
and
that's
actually-
a big thing that's coming up.
Actually, not even just NESL. ESL's doing it too.
Yes, indeed. So it will be worldwide, but
Yeah.
also,
We don't want to forget those Euros.
No, the Euros. It's my favorite country, Europe. So
Yeah.
I like to get the
Smart
news
ass.
from their country in our show.
So
But
wait, if
yeah,
I get really good at this game, I can be like Oprah rich? Is that what you guys are telling me?
yeah, everybody gets a car. Yeah,
Yes.
that's what we're hoping for here. And it's not $1 million or anything. It's not the international, but hey, $150 a week, and then the weekly guys compete for a prize of $400. So, and that's real money. That's not bitcoins. That But bitcoins do count as real money.
I was gonna say,
As
what's
we
wrong with
discussed.
bitcoins, man?
Oh, nothing. As we pointed out before, you can use them to buy drugs, so they're pretty awesome.
What? When was this?
Last week.
On the last
That must
episode
have,
of
that must have been when I had to take the phone call, because I would have clearly remembered that. Winners, you knew. You're like, oh, Indrid's off right now. All right, now.
yeah, twisty evil mustache time.
Right.
Oh my god.
But you can trade your cash for bitcoins if you want, but they will be giving out money to the winners of this tournament. And it's a weekly thing, so you can get signed up there. I put a link in the chat for that. So in between that, on the more, if you're just getting into Shoot Mania, we would suggest the IGL, of course, and that's what we will be pimping on Wednesday, along with this big release, is the IGL League and Ladder system, where you can sign up your team and play.
Yeah, and again, those of you who are European viewers of ours, the PlayIGL.com will be having leagues. It is going to be geared a little bit towards more amateurs. However, I would say if you're interested, sign up. You can also sign up as a free agent, which then teams can essentially like send your request. Hey, would you like to join my team? You can say yes or no. But this is the only game that IGL is going to be supporting European leagues and ladders. So, as of right now.
So, I mean, if you guys in Europe are bored, come hang out with us.
Absolutely.
We're fun people.
Get to see this beautiful mug. Actually, you won't get to see this beautiful mug. You'll get to hear this beautiful voice.
No,
As I
we can get
cast
a
you.
picture. Oh, we should get a picture of you. Embarrassing picture of you, just to go on stream in between games.
Have I ever told you my most embarrassing
There it
story
is.
ever?
Somebody screenshot that.
Have I ever told you my most embarrassing story ever?
No.
Okay, I'm going to tell you after the show ends, but I'll tell it on air if anybody wants to hear it. You'll get to hear my most embarrassing story ever.
And this is how we maintain viewers. Anyway,
Yeah.
shameless. So that's all going on. And, I mean, I don't want to go through and transition without the
Oh no,
knowledge of
please.
the group.
Please go,
I
go,
was
go.
just gonna.
Do your
I
thing.
wanted to mention the whole Blizzard thing. That's
Yes,
Yeah, that's a
I
big
was hoping
deal.
to go to that too, yeah.
I
Go
mean,
ahead.
Blizzard buying up. I'm not sure if they bought up all of the IPL. Everything I've read says technology assets, but somebody in chat just said Curse got lucky on Sunday.
Well, as I understand it, Blizzard is a video game company of
Yeah.
some renown, and
A
they
little
have a
bit,
couple
yeah.
of titles that people might know and stuff. So it's a pretty good look for the people that were working at IPL to go over to an established company such as that.
Well, and from
Yeah,
what
yep.
I'm reading, it says technology and assets, not technology assets.
Does it? See, I read technology assets, but now I'm looking at another one that says technology and assets.
Yeah. So,
Maybe I just can't read.
And is that a big distinction, do you think, or just a weird glitch in the press release?
no, I think that is a distinction for sure, because if it's technology assets, that could just mean Blizzard bought, like, you guys saw the production they put on, like all those
Yeah.
TVs.
We
and
certainly did.
they could have
Yeah.
just bought all those things so they can start their own. But to me, if it says technology and assets, it means, yeah, we bought those things, but we bought their assets being, personnel, some other things. 'Cause I believe it says that David Ting was acquired, right?
Yep, David Ting
Yep,
was
it says
acquired
Kevin
and allowed
Naki.
to bring whoever he wanted.
Yeah, it says David Ting, Kevin Naki. Kevin Naki was the I don't know what his official title was, but he's the guy who essentially like picked all the casters and announcers and stuff, and is an amazing caster himself. The guy's really good.
Yes, he is.
Wasn't he in charge
Um,
of casters at IPL? Wasn't that his thing?
yes, yep.
Yeah. Okay.
And so David Ting, what was his? He was the general manager, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So the general manager, and then the essentially the casting talent guy, right, who got it and also was it himself, is going with them. So yeah, I do think that is the distinction, and I think that that is a good sign for Blizzard. My insight to that would be look for a StarCraft LCS type deal coming out here soon.
That would appear to be what they're hoping to do with it, yeah. And of course, we've talked in the past about LCS and what that means for the middle community, the people that aren't working for Riot or whatever. So, we're seeing that gap starting to widen a little more, but on the other hand, we can't help but be happy for our friends and the folks at IPL who are getting a big opportunity to go work for Blizzard.
Yeah, and so with people saying, with us saying that Blizzard acquired this, though, you're kind of like, well, what does that have to do with Shoot Mania? Well, that is the question, right? Does Shoot Mania continue out with, and now it has a part of the tournament being hosted by Blizzard? Yes, yes, your hand is raised.
From what I read, Blizzard is going to be using their new acquired properties to promote Blizzard things.
Oh, does it
So
say?
I don't remember what.
It does say that. I didn't read that.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say I don't remember where I saw it, but I saw it. I seen it. So I would guess that means no. I mean, Blizzard, you want to buy Shoot Mania? What are you doing with all that money, Blizzard? Come on.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
It's
let me
sitting
see.
in piles in
Come over
offices.
here and with Ubisoft and let's, Mania Planet the future. Yeah, somehow I don't see that. But yeah, you're right. It does leave kind of that room for something because, I mean, we're coming off the heels of a $100,000 tournament here, guys. And so
Ooh.
where does it go next? I mean, we've got all these smaller tournaments coming up, which is awesome. I think those are in their own way just as important as the big timey type of events. But
I'd almost say they're
who's
more
going
important.
to fill that void that IPL was doing? Is Ubisoft going to take a more direct hand in doing things, much like your LCS or Blizzard?
I'm gonna let
They
you touch
could.
that one, DJen. Real,
Oh,
real safe answer.
wow. No, no. Make.
Will the frag
I had a
dolls
real safe
control the
answer,
universe?
Mister. I'll let you take that one. I mean, they could. I don't see Ubisoft doing that just because. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. They don't really have too much of a track record in doing that. I mean, Blizzard has some kind of track record of being the ones to kind of support their own games through and through. Look at StarCraft, the way that they support it with BlizzCon and things like that, big Blizz tournaments and everything. It's not fully supported by Blizzard, obviously, but
No, because I know some Brood War people that would probably tear their garments at hearing some of the things you just said about Blizzard supporting the competitive. But yeah, I know what you're saying though.
direct all hate mail toward winners were the one. um, I didn't mean to piss off the Brood War community, damn it. But yeah, I
They're
don't
mad.
necessarily. I get like I said, they could. I don't necessarily see Ubisoft continuing to be the full-on support, and I don't think that they really should. I mean, yeah, it's great, and it's great to have these big tournaments, but it's the smaller, $3,000-$4,000 here and there tournaments are the ones that really support the game, keep it going, in my opinion.
We talked about that.
Slug's hosting IPL 7 in his basement. I forgot
Yeah,
about
I
that.
saw that. Yeah.
That's
we
a
did.
big, big
And during
conversation.
the
on
times
TV.
that we have had some contact with the people at Naudio and Ubisoft, they have kind of said that they would like for it to become its own thing, and where they're not really taking that direct hand, but they're supporting the community-driven efforts that come out. So yeah, so far we haven't seen anything that's changed that, but I don't know. The climate is changing so much, very rapidly here. It seems like,
Okay, here.
where it's more of a centralized. We have discussed this several times before, I think, on HitScan.
Yeah. Well, and this is like here's my thing. I hadn't seen this movie until like a couple weeks ago, so I couldn't make this connection earlier. But have you guys seen that
Oh, a
movie?
Serbian film?
No, gosh.
Oh,
Have you
You
seen that
haven't seen it,
movie
Pete?
Walk Hard? I think it's called Walk Hard.
oh yes,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's classic. Yeah.
And so you remember that part where like he's making the music and he's like, "Man, there's just not enough goat in this song," or something like that, right? And like he's like really going off the deep end with his music. And
Yeah.
like
What is the song even about? Yes.
well, and so like for me it's like, okay, what if the community takes that direction with Shoot Mania? Are they going to be like, "Yeah, keep it going?" or or are they going to be like, "No, let's actually like put out music."
I I'm sorry.
Are you asking if the community is going to turn Shoot Mania into some horrible Frankensteinish monster that even Naughty and Ubisoft can hardly recognize anymore as something of their own?
Well, yeah, I mean that's kind of the question.
That'd be neat
It's
if
like,
that happens.
and like the other thing I think of too is like, if you have a child, right, and like your child's walking towards fire, and you're like, well, I mean they got to learn. Let's just let them go into that burning building.
I've attempted this line of experimentation,
Okay.
and I will tell you, my niece has never stuck her head through the railing again.
I
Just saying.
no, I am 100%. I'm all for learning through experience, but there's certain experiences you say, okay, that's one I hope you learn not from experience. I hope that's a lesson you learn not through experience. I don't want you to shoot yourself in the head to learn that you won't live.
Look, man, I question authority. All right. I don't just take what you say on face value.
But
I'll be back.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, where's that point though when you say, okay, we need to do something to increase the longevity?
I mean, yes, you're absolutely right. We do need to do something to increase the longevity. I will agree completely with that. That being said, I think we would be really hard pressed to do much of anything to kill the game right this moment as a community. I mean, logically, what do you think we could possibly do?
Oh, right now, I don't see it at all. But what I do think it's missing, I think it is missing an infrastructure that makes people want to come back. Like the ladder system, like I'm sorry, I hate when ladder systems like this get put into a game and they're like, "Yay, ladder system." It keeps and it's like, "No, all this is hey, I play more than you, I'm better." When really it has nothing to do with that. Like I hate just straight up time-based games getting you the achievement.
Well,
I
okay,
think
I will
matchmaking
agree
will help.
completely with you there, and I think the community as a whole has pretty much agreed the ladder system is a joke.
It's a complete facade.
Yeah. Oh, ranked matchmaking? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, well, I mean, we have that matchmaking button, and I definitely think that will help, and especially if you can do team ranked matchmaking, right? I mean, that would be amazing,
IGL ladders.
right?
I'm
There
sorry.
you go. Actually,
I've been
that is
ill.
kind of what the IGL ladders are going to be, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. It's going to be one of the only ways that is going to be actually based on skill that we are having right now, where it's going to be tracking the advancement. And from what I understand too, they're going to have in one of their leagues or ladders, I'm not sure which one, they're going to have a like skill ranking system or like a skill matchmaking system, right? Where it's going to take a look at how many games you've played. It's not just going to randomly pair you with somebody so that all of a sudden you get your face smashed into the ground and you're like, whoa, that was fun.
Well, that's the idea of ranked matchmaking. You play people within
Right.
your skill bracket,
Right, absolutely.
supposedly, and then you get people on the
if it
Smurf
works.
accounts, and I'm like, "You're a diamond level player. What are you doing down here in the bronze league? Go home." The ranked matchmaking, I think, will help with your whole infrastructure thing. Hopefully, unless they just completely screw up the math of that, which
Well,
is
and
possible.
one thing that would be really cool too is with what IGL is doing and what it sounds like Shoot Mania is trying to do with those. Like when you load the page and it has the different, like you can go to competitions, right, and see what the different competitions are. If you
Mhm.
can see ongoing IGL competitions or the ongoing Go 4, the ongoing, like, you need to somehow link those outside things into their current structure, so that way people who don't go looking for esports are having it
Stumble upon
brought to
it.
them. Exactly.
So it's often I go for a walk out in the woods and just stumble upon esports.
Right.
So yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, that is true, and I think we also need to do something for the people who are there. There's definitely a community, a subgroup of the community who's like, we aren't really here for the esports. We came here to, shoot rockets. That was it.
Well, and like, yeah, I 100% agree. And that one guy made that mode where there's like 7 different characters or something. It's called like Leech, or it was called Leech, or
It was Leech or something like that.
yeah, I never actually got to play it, but I mean, the fact that something like that's being created, like, that would be so fun to just screw around on.
Yeah,
Well, and what was that MOBA type thing they were talking about with like skills and stuff?
what?
Yeah, what?
Hylas talked about it in a blog that they had some sort of thing with bots and stuff.
Really?
What?
Yeah, I didn't hallucinate that. I know it was in one of Hylas's blogs.
Oh, Slug is saying that's the internal mode, includes pickups.
Includes pickups? Ooh, that'd be fun.
Wait. What is Sen saying? Why can you guarantee that Coleman and Fnatic are going to stop playing the game now? I'm
I
not
don't
sure
know.
what that is in
There were
reference to.
some rumors that some of the top teams were becoming disillusioned with it, but then there they are still playing. So I don't know. I don't know. To me, pro players are always disillusioned with whatever game they're playing. That's why they're pro players. I mean, you spend a lot of time with the game. You see it at a high level. You can't help but notice the little things that God, here we go saying the word casual again, player might miss. But so they're going to have more of a critical eye. But I don't know if anything that's changed in the game is making much of a difference, other than having some big money tournaments to play for.
Oh, I mean, it's not big money, but Alienware's $3,000 elite tournament in May. Just throwing that out there. I don't know.
Yeah, I still think we talked about this before. I think the esport industry needs to start transitioning to more sustained income ideas with, like, if Alienware every month had a $3,000 to $4,000 tournament.
Yeah, but I mean, then
Or they
how
move
long
us
is
all
the viewer?
down to
Then you have to wonder how
Austin.
long the viewer base is going to last. It's either
They have
it's a balancing act between the player base and the viewer base.
the Alienware
Yeah.
player houses sponsored by Alienware, where all the Shootmania teams live in Austin, and then they go play at the Alienware arena.
They actually have an Alienware arena.
Yes, they do. I've played and participated in the Alienware arena.
I
And
know.
prevailed.
I got to meet
Yes.
the guy who runs the Alienware arena in Japan.
Oh wow!
Yeah?
Yeah, he was very nice.
You
I
gonna
was
drop a name here too, or
his name is Yu Matsui.
oh, all right then.
But yeah, he runs the stuff over there. I was thinking about messaging him and being like, "Hey, you guys want to do some Shoot Mania stuff?" But then I realized that they're literally at the Shoot Mania launch thing. There's literally not a launch in anywhere in Asia. So I'm like,
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Asia hasn't really picked up the game yet. I don't know why. Oh, right, because they're not so much into these type of games.
yeah.
I mean, yeah. All right. So let's say there's no more $100,000 tournaments, and teams like Fnatic and Colwood start saying, "Okay, we're going to go do other things with our time." Is that? I mean, there's still going to be other teams coming in to take up those spots. Other teams are going to be moving up. Teams that may not require a $100,000 tournament to be motivated to play the game.
What other shooter are they going to go to?
Quake Live?
Well, the
Painkiller. They're
numbers
going to go to
on
Painkiller.
Quake Live tournament money are dwindling quite a bit as well. So there's, and this is where usually the fanboys will pop in and say, "We're reborn." Well, I have yet to see anything from Reborn yet, so I hate to just throw that up and say, well, let's just wait till whenever these guys, aren't they still raising Kickstarter money for that or something? I don't know what the
Are they?
latest was. But they're far away from a release date, and in the meantime, people want to play shooters. So
Yeah, I mean,
it's a question of what fills that void, if not Shoot Mania.
you can play those random, crappy, free-to-play clones, or you can play the actual game, which, I mean, really,
That's supported by genuine French and French-speaking people
yeah,
that
I
care
don't know.
about the game.
But there really isn't. I can't think of a lot of shooters that are out there that you can seriously say, yeah, this is something I can make any amount of money at.
No, you're absolutely right. It's a different field than what we were in the heady days of Cal and Painkiller and the heady times.
Painkiller. Yes.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Painkiller. If it's not Shoot Mania, Painkiller, Hell and Damnation is going to be the next one. I'm obviously being sarcastic. Okay, yeah. Nobody flame me in chat.
Well, I mean, there are titles I'm certainly looking forward to. I think for me personally, Dirty Bomb is one I'm looking forward to. But it's going to be a while before that stuff comes out. Meanwhile, here's Shoot Mania right here this Wednesday, happening live in front of people. And I don't know what the best way is. We always talk about that, to get the word out to more people. I'm hoping that this Wednesday kickoff will go a long way towards helping with that.
And I think it should. I think if nothing else, it'll make people look at the game and say, what the hell is this? Why are there brightly colored rockets flying everywhere? And why is that guy wearing a dress? Because if you ever look at the character model, because of the belt and things, it kind of looks like the guy's wearing a short skirt.
I'm really going to have to look at that now.
It does.
Utila killed.
Utila kill, exactly. But, I mean, I think it's one of those things we're going to have to kind of wait and see. I mean, if nothing else, people are going to be sitting in there, team speaks and mumbles and going, nothing's really going on. Let's bring back NASC. Somebody get me, Nimbus. Things like that might happen.
Yes,
you never really can tell at a situation like this. We're definitely at a pretty big crossroads with the game.
Yeah.
So, until then, I mean, look, nobody was making a career out of the game right now anyways. All right, come on.
That is very true. I mean, yeah, really. I mean, was anybody making a career out of this yet?
Out of Shoot Mania? Well, they're on their way. I mean, if you were going to do IPL 4 times a year, which they're talking about even maybe more than that, it's not exactly, I don't know, it's right up there with working at the 7-Eleven as far as money, but, I mean, it's still living the dream, man.
That is true. Living the dream is a big part of it.
Running into the difference between people who are playing the game for the money and people who are playing the game because they actually enjoy the competition that the game offers. That's really what it is,
Yeah, that's true. But I think there's always some overlap because if you play the game a lot, you have to at least kind of love it. Even though you hate it, there may be the love-hate thing like we were talking about, but you have to have a certain fondness for the game to be able to put in the hours it takes to be pro.
Or, be able to completely shut off your mind for those hours.
Yes, indeed.
Like the Diablo 3 pros.
Oh, my God. Oh, God, the Diablo 3 Pro. Auction House Simulator?
Exactly.
Anyways.
Well,
so
we'll be finding more about that very soon.
Yeah, what do we have on the docket? I don't have the what you call it in front of me.
We've pretty much talked about everything. We've talked about the this tournament this past weekend, Fnatic with a big win over Curse. Nice performance from Curse. It's nice to see a European team and an NA team go 1-2 in what could be one of the last big money competitions for Shoot Mania. Hopefully not. Hopefully there will be more. But in the meantime, a very entertaining finale, and the last remains of what would have been the IPL 6 tournament ended up happening, and a big event for all parties concerned. And so that leads us to this Wednesday, where Shootmania will be happening all over the world, including with us at IGL. Indred and I are going to be casting Curse versus SK, and I think Degenerate said Arrow and a bunch of other cool teams will be there as well. So we're looking forward to that, and the fact that ESL is picking up Shootmania not only in Europe but North America. The European ones have been going on for a while, if I understand correctly, but the North American ones just getting underway, so they are taking sign-ups for that I believe those are on Sunday afternoons. And really, it's just more anticipatory, looking forward to this whole thing on Wednesday, which is going to be happening from places like Madrid, Spain, and Omaha.
Yeah, all over. All right,
You
so
just keep bringing up Omaha. By the way, Andrew, you asked what the pro players would go and play if they stop playing Shootmania. I think I figured it out. It's actually a banner ad on top of the ESL site.
okay.
Bikini Party Hunt Rogers Treasure, I believe, is where they're going to go if they quit Shootmania.
I need a link right now. I'm gonna quit Shootmania.
I don't want to click this bar, dude.
I understand that. I 100% understand that. All right, so let's do closing remarks before I tell you my most embarrassing moment ever.
Okay.
Okay,
Couldn't
well,
have been that embarrassing. You're about to relive it on stream.
It's
I
pretty,
guess all I've
pretty
really got to
embarrassing. I
say
just
as
don't
far
get
as closing
upset.
remarks is just everybody that can tune in this Wednesday, and we're going to, the casting archon of Shootmania will be there, and we're going to cast some fine show matches to top off what should be a great day of Shootmania programming all around the world. The Frag Dolls are going to be around, and it's always a good time when the Frag Dolls are hanging out. So we encourage everybody to just check out that Shootmania for All. That's Wednesday, and especially the IGL part of it with myself and Indred, and who knows what other special guests may show up. So yeah, just stay tuned for that, and that's our big thing coming up as far as announcements and closing remarks might go.
As far as me, I mean, I guess Winter's pretty much said everything. You know, check out the stuff that's going on Wednesday. Should be good. Crit Gaming, I know, is doing an Instagib Capture the Flag tournament that should be pretty entertaining. Finally, something that's not elite.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes.
But yeah, I mean, Crit's doing that. And IGL's got the show matches going on. I'm not entirely sure what everybody else has going on. I know FNG, if any of you have ever seen their servers floating around, with FNG, that one guy, and all those other people have things going on. Yeah, and other than that, just keep playing the game. We'll be around in the Elite Fist servers and CPOR servers if anybody's looking for us.
For myself, they pretty much said it all. And I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate the support you guys are always showing us, and let us know how we can improve the show.